Good morning, everyone. Deborah with Pinching Pesos here. I thought I'd do an eBays and bacon today. I almost named it like, is Deb dead? Where's Deb? Because I haven't been doing any, well, very much YouTube except for the stew in the last 6 weeks or so. I don't know what happened. I was going to do all kinds of shows and I kept thinking of all the things that I was going to do. And I was like, oh, I totally need to go talk about that. I need to go talk about this. And then it was like, if I didn't do it right at that moment, it just didn't make sense anymore. Even though the stuff was still relevant, it wasn't in my mind anymore, so it wasn't fresh to discuss, I guess. And nobody wants stale eBays and bacon, you need fresh. So I just never went live. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to do my sales updates because I've been doing a lot of RA, and everybody knows that if you're doing RA, you don't really talk about it because then anybody can go out and buy all your stuff and sell the stuff too. So that makes it really difficult to do hauls and sharing, and I haven't been very caring. There's been no sharing. But I wanted to go live today because I wanted to talk about that actually. I wanted to talk about what I've been doing. What the heck have I been doing for the last 2 months? And it's really been 2 months, 2 months today, that things really kind of took a turn. And what I was trying to do, if you remember me talking, if you guys haven't forgotten, if you remember me talking back in end of November, early December, I was saying that I was going to kind of try to restructure things. And so I really was kind of focusing on Amazon just so it would give me a chance to breathe. So I could kind of figure out what I was going to do with eBay and how I was going to do my business and kind of what kind of flow was I trying to have. And anybody that knows me knows that I'm not all hustle, 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 go, 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 wake up at 4, hustle mode on, all that kind of, I'm not that person. So me doing the RA kind of helps me slow down a little bit. And I know that there's a lot of people out in the Amazon world that when they're doing retail arbitrage, I keep saying RA, but retail arbitrage, where you go to the stores and you're either buying an item that's on sale or you're buying an item that's on clearance or you're just buying an item that is highly desirable, they tend to run around all over the place. You kind of see them all over and they're at all the stores and doing all the things, and that's not really me and that's never been my thing. So I ended up focusing just on one area, one thing, one type of thing, so that way I wasn't all over the place doing things that I didn't like. And it was actually fairly successful. Yay! I hit $10,000 in sales for the first time ever, and combined between eBay and Amazon. And then I hit $10,000 in sales just on Amazon. And then I hit $11,000, and then I hit $12,000 in my 30-day window. And I was like, whoa, this is really crazy. And I felt guilty because I didn't feel like I earned it, because I didn't feel like I tried very hard, because it was still low-key, slow pace me. I didn't go hustle hard. And so I felt weird about it. And if you're on the Pinching Pesos Facebook page, you'll see that I did a post last week, I believe, or maybe it was Monday, because I had hit the it was Monday, because I had hit the $12,000 mark on my 30-day, and I wasn't sure how to feel about it because I didn't feel like I tried that hard. So I felt like it was unearned almost. And that sounds so weird because I think we all have been trained as resellers that it's supposed to be hard, that it's supposed to take all of this effort, and you gotta hustle mode on, grind, rise and grind, all the time. And it's I think that's why retail arbitrage never was a thing for me. why I didn't want to do it, because it was like, if you weren't running around all over town and all over the state and all over the country and, you know, spending $40,000 in a weekend, then you weren't really doing anything. So I think that's why I was turned off by it to begin with. And then when I was able to actually do something that, you know, was successful, and it wasn't that hard and it didn't take that much effort, I didn't know how to feel about it, because I don't know. So it's so strange, you know, my brain, it's almost like it made me more lazy, because then I was like, oh, well, I can just do this, and this is easier. You know, this is easier for me. And I don't even have to take pictures, you know, that kind of thing. But I miss eBay. And if anybody's looked at my store in the last like 2 months, it's like slowly just dropped and dropped and dropped, because I haven't listed anything. I listed those 8 things a couple weeks ago because April gave us a challenge. April from the Reseller Learning Curve had given all the girls from the stew a list 100 items challenge. And I was like, well, I'm not going to list 100 items. I said, but I will list, and I'll list something hard for me. I'll list clothes. So I did list some clothes, and I put up 8 things, and I sold 1. I made $169, and that was it. You know, and then sales on eBay are like really, really low. It's like $1,200 or something for my month. So if you look at my eBay store, it looks dismal. Like, it's like, what is this girl doing? She doesn't sell anything. She doesn't do anything. But really, all of my money for the last 2 months has been over at Amazon, and I've been kind of just there. Still just kind of wasting my days and still struggling with that. And I'm today having to go through my inventory that I have here in the office and do counts and figure out what I'm doing with it, because I have some stuff that's just kind of here in this like not there and not listed mode, where it's like it's just kind of hanging around. I don't know what it's doing here. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with that stuff. So I'm going to be organizing all of that today so I can get a count on what I have and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm going to do a screenshot real quick, because I just wanted to share where my uptick in everything happened. And it has been exactly 1 month. I mean, 2 months, exactly 2 months. December the 17th through February the 17th, that'd be today, I hit $20,000 in 2 months. And that's pretty awesome, considering that my profit margin is right at about 30%. So if I buy something for $10 and I'll have it for sale for $30 or $40 or $50, depending on, but typically 30 or 40, and then fees, and after that, profit comes out to about the same as I paid for the item. So I'm right at 30%. You can see I've been focusing over in office supplies, and then this says home, but it's not actually home. It's just that one of the items is considered like a craft item, and that's over in home. So it's like home and office supplies, but it's really office supplies and crafting or whatever. Grocery was those Pringles that I sold, the hot dog Pringles that the lady bought for her birthday party, and then some Starbucks coffee. And I sold a couple DVDs that I was clearancing out, and just a couple toys, and that was it. I know this was one of these was a Minnie Mouse, and the other one was just some random toys. Not very many, not very much. So you can see where the majority of the money came out. And it's been pretty awesome. I did end up getting a wholesale account. I haven't used yet. Because I've been scared. I'm like looking at this going, oh my God, I'm scared. And I was talking to my friends about it, and if anybody knows me, I'm an avoider. So if there's some type of something that I don't want to do, or something that makes me scared, or something that's too hard, or anything, like, I just avoid it. I avoid. I think it comes in from like my I was in survival mode for a really long time, like pretty much my whole life. And up until I was about 25, I was in just pure survival mode constantly, every day, from the time you wake up to the time you don't stop. So basically just all the time. And so I think to handle that, whenever you're in like survival mode all the time, you tend to be a very push out kind of person, where you're just like, okay, it didn't happen, it's done, it's whatever, it's gone. Poof, not there. So you don't have to deal with things. And that worked really great when I was like going through all kinds of crap, but in regular life, it doesn't work that good whenever you're like, oh, I am presented with this. And then you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna not do that right now. And then it right now becomes like never. And so I was talking to my friends and saying like, I'm gonna end up with this wholesale account like running out of time and just being like, oh, I didn't get to do it by default just because I was being scared. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna put the order in. Dang it. Dwayne is asking, what type of ROI are you making? Wouldn't it be like 100%? Like if I paid 10 and I sold it for 30 and the fees are 10 and I profited 10, that's 100%, right? I'm not good with that ROI thing. I know my profit is 30%. So somebody that does math, I'm good at math, but I'm not good at ROI because I know it's like a calculation. It's like cost of goods plus what you sold it for divided by cost of goods or something like that. In that, like the formula for it, I can't remember. It's not, I don't know. We need to ask Bill. Bill knows ROI. Bill is like the king of ROI. But Bill's probably sleeping. I can't believe I'm up at like 8:15 doing a show. I've been like sleeping in a lot. I think because I've just been incredibly stressed out. If you guys don't know, and I'm pretty sure you do, but if you don't, we're doing the reseller rally June the 17th in Chicago, and getting all of that set up, because we just released it on Wednesday, getting all of that set up and dealing with kind of like the influx of that like goes along with anything like that has been incredibly stressful, like incredibly stressful, to the point that like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna cry right now because it's been so people have been so awesome about it and so excited, and it's so great. And then some people have been like total jerks, but you're always going to have jerks. But yeah, it's just been an incredibly stressful thing. So it's something that's like super exciting and it's going to be so fun. And I think it's really amazing to have everybody, like the way that I saw the ticket purchases, like the ticket sales, was really just like almost like a crowdfunding. It was like almost like a people getting their money together and saying, hey, we want to do this. Because without selling the tickets, I mean, there was no way to do it. And so it's almost like everybody that bought a ticket was just like, yes, I want to be part of this. I want to do this. I want to meet everyone. I want to have this awesome time and network with everyone. And it was, I think people really just need to see it that way, as, I don't know, like we all did it. Everybody that bought a ticket, we all did this, and I think that's awesome. And it should be a hell of a time. It should be so fun. And but yeah, that's been a huge stress this week. And I haven't been doing anything when it comes to business. All I've done is shipping. And then after that, I just kind of was just here because it's been something. That's for sure. You really do see the ugly in people, and then you see the great in people. It's really something though. Yeah. Beautytastic is asking, how and when do you pay your eBay fees? I pay my eBay fees with my PayPal debit card, and mine come out like on the 23rd. So my bill ends on the 15th, so I should have an invoice right now, which should be really low because I haven't sold anything. Hang on. Let's see what we got. eBay. My bill should be like at an all-time low, I think, because what? $244? What did I sell? No way. There's no way, man. How is it $244? I didn't sell anything. I must have sold something. Because, yeah. That's booty. Oh, well. 244 bucks. I don't know why it's that much. Let's see. Let's look at the charts. Yeah, my 30-day is at 1,400 bucks. Redonkulous. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it. I was totally expecting it to be like $150. That blew me away. Not that lucky, I guess. Let's see. Do you have tips for when you're at the bins? I don't go to the bins. I'm not a bins person. I'm not. If you ever see me do a video at the bins, it's because somebody made me go to the bins, or I'm meeting somebody and they wanted to meet at the bins. We have 2 bins here in Austin. I don't go to the bins. I'm not a bins shopper. Don't like it. Do you skip out on stained and dingy? I don't buy clothes either. So yeah, I'm not a bins shopper and I'm not a clothing seller. So, but yeah, I mean, why would you buy things that are stained and dirty and dingy? That's just extra work for you. And there's so much good stuff out there. I mean, like, there's so much great stuff out there. Oh yeah, Mom Lab is saying check your fees. You're right. My store is updating. I might have 2 months of fees. Like, there's so much great stuff out there. Why buy yucky stuff? You know? There's like no reason to do that because it's extra. I mean, that's extra work for you. You got to bring it home, and I don't like doing my own laundry. I don't want to do like somebody else's old laundry, you know. Like, but yeah, let's see. Which is every month. Yeah, you can pay your fees anytime you want. You could pay your fees every day if you wanted to. Here, I'll show you. So if you go into your account, let's sure. You guys can all look at my sad eBay dashboard here. It looks all like, oh, I'm so sad. I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely with my O's. If you go into your account, and then it should go to here, and then you can pay your fees. Somewhere in here. Yeah, make a one-time payment. So you can make a one-time payment. You can do that every day if you wanted to. Like, if you just wanted to stay on top of it. And I always just pay with my credit card. So that way I get my PayPal debit card. So that way I get my 1% cash back on my fees. So yeah, you can make payments whenever you want. Okay. Well, that's all the questions. If you have questions, we can get into the questions now. I wasn't even expecting anybody to show up because it was kind of like impromptu and like, I'm going live in 15 minutes. Okay. You know, like, and I just wanted to talk about like what I've been doing and where I've been, you know, like why you haven't seen me. But yeah, it's just because I've very much been one of those people that I can't just go do YouTube. You know, it's like, oh, I can't just be like, I have to do a video. I have to do a video. I can't do that. I can't be one of those like on people all the time. I have to really feel like doing it. And even though I'd come up with these topics and go, oh, I really want to talk about that. Then I was like, oh, I don't really, you know, have to actually do the video. And then I didn't want to. So it was like, but I love interacting with everybody that watches. That's my favorite part. But yeah, it's like me and YouTube can be funny. YouTube, I like it. I love it. I think it's a really great platform to have and be on and to get to communicate with people and speak your mind and do those things you know, publicly if you're being nice. But yeah. So anyway, I didn't really have a topic other than me talking about Amazon changes. But I do need to get back to eBay because that was the whole point of doing the Amazon, was so that I could have a source of income that was coming in while I was restructuring my eBay. Don't think that I'm leaving eBay. I love eBay. eBay is my soul. eBay is what I like to do. eBay is my fun. It's where you go and you're like, yay, I got stuff. And you know, so while I'm restructuring how I'm doing my eBay business and what I want to focus on and what I want to do, I wanted to have the Amazon money coming in so that way I didn't feel stressed out. So that way I wasn't like, oh, I don't have time. And then, you know, because I have no money coming in. So that's worked out really well on that aspect, that I have something that doesn't take me a bunch of effort. It doesn't take me a bunch of running around. I don't have to be one of those people that's like waiting in line for the store to open at 7 a.m. so I can buy all the things. You know, I can just have an extra source of income coming in while I get eBay structured again. So I need to get back to that because otherwise, I can't go to Chicago and just be like, oh, yeah, I totally haven't sold anything on eBay in like 7 months, but let me talk about eBay for you. Like, that's stupid, and everybody knows I'm an eBay person. I just right now am not doing a lot of it. That doesn't make me less qualified as an eBay person because I'm an eBay person. I've never been an Amazon person. It's just something that supplements stuff, you know, and it's a nice supplement. And if you can do it in a way that you have the time to do eBay to the best of your ability and make money, why not, right? So, I have coffee grounds in my coffee. Coffee poops in my coffee. Coffee debris. So, because what I'm talking about in Chicago is how to run your eBay business and like ramp up, but be able to expand whenever you're in a small space. You know, if you're living in a 1-bedroom apartment, or you've just got a small storage, or you, like me, we have a 3-bedroom house and one of the rooms is my office. But if I didn't have this office, man, I would really be having a hard time doing a business out of my living room without it looking like chaos in there. So my discussion is going to basically be about solutions to small spaces and running your business out of a small space and what you can do in that area. And there actually is a service that I'm going to be talking about. Not that we're selling a service or I'm promoting a service, but I'm going to try the service because I want to see if it helps everybody. Because if it can help you, dude, do it. You know, I have a couple of things that I want to try just to see. And then I also want to talk about like Amazon multi-channel fulfillment, because that's a big deal. And a lot of people don't know that they can have Amazon store their stuff and ship their stuff, and it doesn't even need to be for sale on the Amazon platform. It just needs to have a listing there. But you don't have to actually have it for sale if you don't want to. You do have to be ungated. I mean, you do have to. It's not like you can just send whatever you want. There's a craft. There's a craft to it. But I'll tell you about it. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have going on. That's just me. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat, because I'm going to close out here real soon. You know, I don't do eBays and bacon for very long. It's not a 2-hour long thing. Another question. PayPal charges a fee when you get a payment from somebody. Yeah. You're always going to pay a fee when you get any kind of money from anybody. Whether you're using PayPal or you're using Square or you're using Stripe or you're using a merchant account company, nobody's processing that stuff for free. So yeah, you're going to get charged a fee. I'm going to make this my thumbnail. Should get me all the likes. Okay. That's it. So no more questions. Thank you everybody for coming out and listening to me ramble this morning. I miss everyone. I need to just start doing YouTube like every day, because I miss doing it. I miss connecting with you guys, and it's really a fun thing for me. So do I have kids? Yes, I have 4 kids. I have an 18-year-old. I have a set of twins that are 15. And I have a 9-year-old. But only the 9-year-old lives here. My twins live in Virginia, and my oldest is in college. So why is this over already? Because I got nothing else to talk about, Ronnie. I was only going to talk about a short amount of things, and nobody's asking me questions. 2 units left. I haven't had a second to send in more units. I think Adam is talking about running out of inventory. Man, I did that. I kept doing that with my Amazon stuff I was sending in, where I was like, oh, I don't want to send in anymore because then I'll have too many there. And then all of a sudden, like over the weekend, they'd all sell out. And I'm like, dang it. And then, and then I'd be a week behind. I was having a really hard time, like timing when to send things. And yeah, it was a mess. How long till PayPal unlocks you from your money? Generally, I think the rules were 25 feedback. I don't know if they changed it, but it used to be 25 feedback and like 25 positive feedback on transactions and something else. Make sure that you have all of your stuff verified. Make sure you add a couple more credit cards on there, right? Like have your bank account and then put like 3 credit cards on it as like backups. They want to make sure that things are secure. So try to make them feel secure, right? So, yeah, so do that. But I thought it was 25. I thought it was 25 feedback that they stop being taking a grip on your monies. FBA requires barcodes on everything. No, FBA does not require barcodes on everything. If you can send in things with just the manufacturer's UPC on them, it's going to be something that's called commingling, which means that your item goes into a pool of items with other items that are in the same condition, right? So you send in a new thing, send this in, it's not labeled, it has the barcode on it, and yours is going to be stuck with everybody else's. And then they just, when somebody buys one, they take it out and they send it to the people. And that's the way it works. So you don't have to send barcodes, but I don't see why not. I mean, put your barcodes on there. I mean, you don't have to, but generally I suggest doing it just because if somebody sends in something that's expired, or they send in something that's counterfeit, or they send it in as new, but it's not really new, It's like eBay new, but it's not like Amazon new. And it's your order time, and they pick that item out of the pool of items, you get dinged for that. Even though it's not your thing. Like, you didn't send it in, but you commingled your stuff, so that's your ding, you know? So if somebody sends, and that's where people get in trouble, like with media and stuff, if they don't label, and somebody sends in counterfeit items, and then you get dinged for their counterfeit item. So just put your labels on there. It's not hard. Like, easy. Easy. Did you make your room divider? No, I bought this at Savers. I got it at Savers. And I've had it for a really long time, and I didn't use it. But if you see behind this room divider, it looks awful right now. And I just don't want to be that person. I ain't trying to, like, you know. Y'all know I'm a mess. I don't have to show it to you right now. So, this shirt doesn't have a material tag. How do I know what the material is? You put unknown. Yeah. Do you guys send receipts with your orders? Yes. I always send a packing slip. Get yourself a Brother laser printer. You can buy them brand new for like $50 on special. And toner is only going to cost you like $15 a year if you buy like the aftermarket toner. And I only use one toner cartridge a year, and I print out so much stuff. But if you print your packing slips, if your item, if your label ever gets damaged or something happens to your package, your packing slip inside will save your butt. Because, like, I've had it save me at least twice a year, in that either I forgot to put the shipping label on the item, like I was busy packaging stuff and I just ran off to the post office without the label on it and gave it to them, and then they don't like just give it back to you. They send it to like dead mail, and then it takes you like 3 weeks to get your stuff back. Because what they do is they open it up, they see if there's any identifying things inside, and if it has a return slip inside, then they'll send it back to you. If not, it's just sitting there in mail hell, and then you never get it back. Do you have a link for that printer and toner? I buy my ink, my toner from V4 Ink. I've been buying from them for years, and they're aftermarket company. Let's see. I can't help Deb clean when I feel better. Dawn, you better. I would be so embarrassed. Like, if you came to my house, I would be like, I wouldn't let you in. I'd just be like, no, you can't come in. It's awful in here. It's not that bad. It's just really, really, like, cluttered right now. I guess that's it. That's all I have questions. That's all I got. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out. I'm going to organize all the stuff that I have so I can kind of do an inventory on it, and that's it. Adam says, I have so many orders that say to not include an invoice that I gave up. And maybe they're gifts. I don't know. I don't get that very often. For anybody to say like, oh, don't put an invoice in there or whatever. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you again really, really, really soon. Hopefully. Yeah. Have a good day. I'll do a working hangout after this if you want to come hang out. Bye.